They said, this looks like a wedding from Pinterest, right out of a magazine. She exceeded my expectations, I'll just tell you that. And whatever vision I had, she just made it even more grand. I absolutely loved it, everything.
Hey ladies, welcome to season 3 of B3 podcast, Boss Babies in Bottles. And for those of you that are new here, my name is Jessyca with a Y. I'm a twin mom, wedding and event planner, entrepreneur. And for today, your drinking buddy. May that be coffee or wine, depending on the time of day. Here I get real with you and talk about all things mom life, building your business, and event planning. What I've loved most about my first 2 seasons with you guys is that I've gotten to meet some amazing women and moms that are just like me, just trying to do their best in life. I've also been able to get super real with you all on my life and motherhood in general. So join me this season as I go through the twins' first birthday and what it's like to be a mom of twin pre-toddlers. I'll also be having some amazing special guests and going through some of my best wedding planning stories too. So grab your favorite bottle or drink and let's get this party started. Hey everyone, welcome to today's episode of Boss Babies in Bottles. Today I have one of my beautiful brides, Miss Elise Collier. Thank you so much for joining, Elise.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Happy to be on.
I know. So Elise, you guys actually found me randomly through Google.
Yes.
Which is odd because most people don't hear of me through Google, but you did.
Yeah, I did. I Googled you. I needed a wedding planner in Miami, and you were the first to come up. And so I read your reviews and they were great. So I was like, let me give her a call.
Okay, I'll take it. The first to come up on Google. I didn't even know that. I gotta Google myself. See what's out there. That's awesome. Yeah. I remember you guys were super excited. Just some really fun messages. And then originally you guys wanted to do the Keys, but we ended up in Miami.
Yeah, we were going to do the Florida Key. I think it's called Key Largo, actually, from the song. Yep. And I didn't know where Key Largo was, so we were going to have it in Key Largo. We went there, didn't really like it, so we were like, that's not going to work. Let's just go to Miami where the beaches are nicer and prettier, and so that's what we did. So
yeah, most people think the Keys have beach, and I'm like, the Keys don't have beach. They have ocean, but not beach. It's very different. Right. So you guys were married on June 6, 2021, so just a few months ago.
Yeah.
So nothing too crazy. How has newlywed life been?
Amazing. So
it looks amazing via Instagram.
Thank you. Still putting up, pictures and whatnot from people and, from my photographer. It's been amazing. We went to Maldives for our honeymoon. We were there for a month. And then we spent the last 2 weeks in New York. So we were gone for like a month and a half for our honeymoon. And Maldives was great. I mean, I recommend anyone to go, but probably not that long. I mean, we were like...
I told you that was a long time.
You did. And I mean, I was like, oh my God, like, is there anyone out in civilization that can come? And no, it's literally like a honeymoon spot where it's just couples and you have the whole island to yourself. Like,
Yep. It's beautiful and it's great. I could see people there a week, 2 weeks, but after that,
2 weeks. We were ping pong and we played ping pong at least 65 times. And I mean, not even, and pool all the time. And then we danced. Like, it was just, we were just ready to go because the food's not the same. So,
well, no, of course not.
And they don't have a convenience store. So like Ruffles and Doritos and stuff. No, we actually lost weight on our honeymoon.
Well, there you go though. There's benefits to everything. We got to look at the positive here. I wish I could eat on a honeymoon. Okay. I don't think anybody's ever said they've lost weight.
I don't think so either.
Oh man, that's a good one though. So you guys had one location for everything. We were at the Mandarin Oriental in Brickell. We did your getting ready, your ceremony, and your reception there, and it is really a beautiful, beautiful
hotel. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. The staff is actually what made it even more like above and beyond. Is the staff.
100%. Everything there was absolutely amazing. And so, I love to talk about, and for you guys' wedding, I mean, everything was really representative of you and Nicole. It was beautiful. It was over the top. It was everything, in my opinion, that you guys ever described that you wanted. And JM Event Productions, which is a floral company, was actually the ones who brought your vision to life, which I know you guys were kind of nervous about, but because it was all virtual, because they don't live here. You guys also did this destination, and they really just brought the whole idea together.
Oh my God, they did amazing. Everyone that sees the pictures, like just the small samples that we have put, they said, this looks like a wedding from Pinterest, right out of a magazine. She exceeded my expectations. I'll just tell you that. And whatever vision I had, she just made it even more grand. I absolutely loved it. Everything.
Yeah, I love JM, Gisela, and Joe and their team. They're absolutely fantastic. And what's crazy is I just remember this. After you walk down the aisle, I can't remember who it was. Oh, it was, I think, the team members from the Mandarin. So from the hotel themselves, they were like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. And they're like talking about it. And I'm like, yeah, it was actually exactly like her vision. You guys want to see? And I pulled up the picture and I was like, and I expect to see something different. When I pulled up the picture of your vision and to what it was, I was like, oh no, this really is exact. I wasn't even exaggerating myself.
Exactly. I mean, all the flowers on the floor, they were like, can we take some of these flowers home? It was who were guests at the hotel they were watching as I was like walking in and was like, oh my God, it was people on a yacht on the actual water. And they like moved their boat closer so they could hear the ceremony. And they were like doing the little heart like emoji. I was like, oh my, it was a dream. Seriously, the flowers. And Gisela, she was amazing, even on camera, to show me the preview of what I was going to get. I felt totally comfortable.
It was pretty nerve-wracking, again, everything being virtual, but obviously with myself as boot on the grounds for you guys, but also Gisela was fantastic. But, the planning process is something we have to talk about, because you guys were one of those that were basically behind the whole entire time.
I
don't mean that in a bad way, but you were.
Were we? Oh yeah, we probably were. I mean, when I tell you, I got so many notifications of overdue to-do items. I was like, Jess is gonna kill me. And I was like, oh yeah, you want my vows? Oh, you want my bridesmaids information? Oh, you want the vendor who's gonna do my hair? Okay.
Well, those are kind of things I need.
Oh my God, yeah. But you were wonderful. You took it, like a champ.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm here for. My motto, now that you're a past bride, I can say it. I always tell people my motto is helping people get their shit together since 1988. That's what I like to say. Really my job. Yeah, well, and it's become my job, but that's really been my life motto, because that is what I do in life in general, and now I do it for a living.
And you get paid to do it, so it's great.
I get paid to do it. Now I get paid to do it. I think I get to do best.
Listen, and I remember sending you a text saying, you know what? We're not going to do our wedding in June. We're actually going to wait and see if we can do it next year. You were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Get on the phone. Call me right now.
I remember that now.
But I mean,
you were crazy.
We were, and it was because it was last minute. We were like scared because we had, and it was virtual and everything. We were like so nervous, but it couldn't have worked out better, honestly. Like, you
were fine. I mean, okay, you were delayed. I'm not gonna lie.
Delayed.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Delayed, but not denied. Yeah.
I'm not gonna deny that you were delayed, but it wasn't like that delayed where we had to move the whole thing. I remember that. I think it's nice to point out, like, every bride has that freak out moment, and that's so normal. Like, I mean, I remember having freak out moments too. Now that I've been a bride, I feel like I can relate in a different level than before. As a bride, there's so much stress. Why do people give you more stress? Like, what is that?
Oh, are you telling? I was the most, I think I have like 4 gray hairs in the front now, like from the wedding. Yeah, from like my bridesmaids and stuff that was just crazy. Nicole was like, do not call her and tell her anything else. Whatever you want to know, whatever you want to ask, just go through the Maid of Honor.
And that's how it should be. And I tell people all the time, bridesmaids are great, but they cause drama for your mama. Your family's great, but they also cause drama. And those are things that no matter what, I cannot help you with, because I'm not the bride. That's not my family, not my friends. But your mom also was a very nervous wreck, I would say, throughout almost the whole thing. She wanted her hand in everything. She wanted to be super involved.
Yeah, super mom. That's what I call her, because she tried to integrate herself into everything. Like, she tried to keep saying, oh no, I'm going to let you handle it, whatever you want. I'm like, no, don't you think you should do this? And where's the cross? And we need to cross represent in the can you call Jess right now? Like, Mom, please stop.
She got on a few of our phone calls and made sure that I was doing my job. She's like, I'm on here to make sure Jess is doing her job. I'm like, ma'am, I got you. I promise you I'm doing my job.
promise you, I got you. She was like, so Jess, you sure you have that taken care of? I'm like,
Positive.
Does this for a living. She's great. She has it.
Positive. And that day I'm happy to report that I impressed Mom. She came up to
very
me.
much so did. She still talks about you and how organized you were and how things came together. Because she was freaking out about those Spanx that she
Yeah, she was definitely wanted her hands and everything. She definitely was she was just a character, I will say that. But Nicole, your now wife, and she decided to change everything after we did the walkthrough and the tasting. So we do this, you guys come to Miami, and I'm like, okay, great guys, we're gonna do all of these fun things for the wedding. And so we do this appointment where we go to the hotel and we're going to do this amazing tasting. But before the tasting, we're going to do this walkthrough and just kind of see the property because you guys hadn't really seen it, I think, in person yet.
Right.
And so we're going through it, and all of a sudden, you and I are being budget conscious as we're planning this wedding.
Very much so. Mm-hmm.
Very much so. I do want to point this out. We're super budget conscious, me and Elise. And we're like, this is what we're going to do. No, this is your vision, but we're going to bring it down just a tad so we can stay within budget. I'm like manhandling this budget. And then Nicole comes in and is like, well, why are we doing that?
Yeah.
And she basically just adds everything that we took out because of budget.
Right.
Because she wants it. And that was it.
She wanted it. She was like, budget what? What do we have? What budget? What budget? No, we don't need a budget. I want it to look just like this picture.
Just like the picture.
Like what?
She was literally offended that we were taken out from the picture.
Right. Like literally, I was like, no, we're not going to do 10 pillars. We're only going to do 4. What? Can you please add those 6? I'm just like, well, okay.
Because we did these beautiful pillars down the aisle, these gorgeous columns. And I had said to Elise, they're pretty expensive. Let's just do 2 in the front, 2 in the back. It's going to give us the same effect without having that middle, it doesn't look the same, but it is going to at least give you that effect. And Nicole was like, why are we doing super offended? Why are we doing that?
Why are we doing that? Like, that's not what I agreed.
And I was like, because you gave me a budget and you told me you wanted to stay in budget. Right. Oh yeah, no, that doesn't matter.
She was like, oh yeah, that doesn't matter. Add more flowers.
All the flowers.
All the flowers on the stage, on the aisle. That's what I want for her.
Wow. And we really did it up on the ceremony. And like I said, JM just really came through and literally replicated your exact same picture. It is absolutely insane.
Absolutely breathtaking. It really is. And then not even just the ceremony was amazing and it was outside and beautiful, but even inside, indoors where we did the reception, like the table that my bridal party sat at, and at each table, it was just phenomenal. She was amazing, seriously.
And that was one of the concerns I remember now that you say that you were like, why is my bridal party table so much? And I'm like, well, because what you requested was huge. What you requested was this beautiful, thick, full garland runner full of flowers.
Real flowers.
And I was like, plus we have, I think it was like 4 or 5 tables of them. I'm like, of course this is an expensive piece. And then when we saw it, we were like, that's why it was.
That's why the budget was that. And I was like, okay. And then my bouquet was so heavy. And I was like, yeah, Gisela, more flowers.
I was going to say, I was like, you requested that though.
I did.
Your exact line, if I remember correctly, is my Glock is heavier than this.
My Glock is heavier than this bouquet.
Okay. I remember turning around and saying, did she just say that? Yes, ladies and gentlemen. She just said that her Glock was heavier than her bouquet. Anyway, and obviously a background on what Elise does. She works for the FBI, right?
Yes. So that's my daytime job, her daytime job.
I don't know what the nighttime job is.
You don't want to
stick with the daytime job here. Okay, and should we just say you live in Vegas? Is that? No.
That's it. We're just saying I live in Vegas, and what happens in Vegas stays. Nicole is trying to kill me.
Yeah, so she was the one who wanted a heavy bouquet. All right, and I'm here like, okay, Elise, this is how you're going to hold your bouquet because I know it's heavy, and you're like, that ain't heavy, and I'm like, oh. Well, then, excuse me.
Yeah, you do this. Right.
For sure. And at that meeting, we also did your tasting, which was absolutely phenomenal. So we had a bunch of things that you guys wanted to try to see what you wanted to put on the menu. And here's where Nicole came in again, blew our budget and added absolutely everything
that we tried and even more 3 more stations.
I could not fit the amount of food in my stomach that day.
You got full. Right. I remember that you were like, this is the most food I've had at a tasting. Like, and I was like, why are we eating all of this food? We're not even like, it was just, I was like, you're insane. Like, she's a foodie. That's what she's a foodie. And so she told the chef, like, I need you to put more seasoning on this. No, I don't want that. I don't want those old, I want these.
Like, I want this like real Southern.
Yeah, real Southern. Like, she was very specific. And I was just like, okay.
She was not very, super specific and added everything. I just really couldn't believe it. I was like, are we really going to have all this food? I can't even have all this food.
Risotto, like, I mean, it was
that like, risotto was so good. I still
dream about it. It was so good. That rock shrimp with the saffron and the, what is it?
I don't remember. I dream about it. And the shrimps and scallops.
So good. Yeah. So
that was good. The chicken and waffles, the Southern Station was good. The taco station.
The salmon was great.
It was good. All the little desserts were amazing. No, I just can't even believe how much food we had. I remember looking at Victoria.
Huh? We didn't eat the ice cream. Like, I didn't eat the ice cream or the taco station.
I ate it the day of the wedding because I said to myself from that morning, today I'm going to have the ice cream, because I couldn't even have it at the tasting. I really just couldn't.
Yeah.
By the time it came out, I was done. And
like, stick a fork in me.
And the day of the wedding, I literally was like, I'm going to grab an ice cream. My team's like, you're still hungry? I was like, no, I'm not hungry. But I told myself I was going to have a bite of this ice cream.
Yeah, then I'm going to
walking out eating ice cream. And they're like, what are you doing? And I was like, this is what I get to do. This is the joy I get. I don't know. I don't even know.
Oh, you know what? Victoria, they wanted to have our signature drink and have it at the Mandarin for their summer drink, the one that we made, the hanky panky. Yeah,
hanky panky. Yes.
Like, can we talk to you about using this as our signature drink for our summer? I was like, Victoria, that sounds like money. Yes, we can talk.
You are welcome. Yes. It was good. I actually tried one because I had never had one nor heard of it. Nor had anything similar. I usually don't obviously drink on the job.
Right.
But Victoria and I, we sat down, we had one, and we were like, oh, this is actually really good.
Yeah, it's the hanky panky.
Enjoyed it. The hanky panky.
Yeah.
It's gonna be my new drink, everybody. So so funny things that happened obviously at the wedding. Your mom went down to the ceremony before we even did the processional. So took herself down there by herself. I don't know why either.
Yeah, I don't know why. And when she didn't see anyone else.
That's what hit her?
Yeah. She was like, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to be down here because no one else.
Yeah, but nobody else was there.
Yeah.
And then Nicole, you know, our second bride goes down the side of the aisle and not down the aisle.
Right. Which makes no sense. So I'm just... And you literally just gave her instructions. Yeah.
I caught her. I did catch her. I did move her into position. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it was like, or I think I might have had to be, I can't even remember right now. I remember standing like, what do I do? What do I do? Do I go get her?
Yeah. I think one of her groomswomen or groomsmen, whatever they call themselves, was like, Nicole, no, like, or something. And then she turned around and then went, I was like,
went down the right way. Yeah. So things like this happen. I don't know why though, again, because I was seriously standing right there and I had just pointed to it. But
maybe she was nervous.
Of course she was nervous. Well, she did something very beautiful. She was thinking about what she was going to do when she got down to the end of the aisle. So just so you guys know, Nicole wrote and sang a song to Elise as she walked down the aisle to her.
Yeah.
It was literally, I mean, it gave me goosebumps just saying that now because it was absolutely beautiful. Me and Gisela from JM Events, the florist, we're bawling in the back.
Yeah.
We're okay. I'm okay. I'm just going to record it and cry. Mind you, she had already sang it to me that morning.
Yeah. She told me.
Sat me down and she sang it to me.
Really? So you heard all the words and everything?
I had heard all the words already, but it was still so sweet.
It was so singing my feels all over again. It was called Settle Down. She wrote it literally 3 months of dating.
Wow.
And so it just kind of was full circle for me. So that's why I was kind of emotional because it was like, I remember her singing that to me. I was actually in DC in Quantico teaching a new class, you know, at FBI. And she came down, she sang it to me and I remember crying. So then just to have her to sing it while I was actually walking down the aisle was just like, I was like, oh my gosh.
Guys, tears. This is what fairy tales are made of.
I know, right?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. The day was not complete though without your foot jewelry breaking before we even had to put it on. It was
I know.
She had these beautiful, gorgeous like foot jewelries for the sand because we did a ceremony on the sand. So she bought these gorgeous little pieces. One of them just came broken.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Mm-hmm. And it was the hardest thing for us to fix because the piece itself was missing.
Right.
So we had to find a way to make this piece basically and put it back together.
Right. And I don't even know how you guys did it, but I was just like, oh my God, what am I going to wear? My foot jewelry, it's broke. One of them is broke. And you're like, no worries. Don't worry. I got it. Yeah. And you did it. I don't know where you got that little piece from. And it's literally on camera. Like they have a picture of my foot jewelry on the camera and it's beautiful. And I was like, Jess and her team, they fixed this and got this ready for me to walk.
I want to say I pulled it out of one of our pieces of jewelry.
Really?
I can't remember. I don't think it was mine because mine wasn't the same color, but I think one of the girls. And I was like, oh, this right.
Yeah.
These are the crazy things that we do to make the wedding go flawless, guys. This is it. Yeah.
And you did that. So you get an A for effort and success. So
woo, I get 2 A's. You guys heard that one? Yeah. I like it. Any other tips, tricks, or anything you can think about for telling our brides, Elise, before we go?
Just to enjoy the day, soak up the moment, be in the moment, and just know that you're marrying your best friend, your lover, all in one. And it's really just about you two and enjoying your day. And that's it. No one else matters at the end of the day. So just enjoy it, be in love, and make sure you smile for the camera.
100%. I'm there to tell you to smile. I'm like, look up and smile. Hurry.
Yeah, smile. Yeah.
All right. Well, Elise, thank you so much for joining me today on today's episode. Guys, make sure if you haven't, you check out all of our other episodes, but this one is featuring our amazing JM Event Productions that just does just an amazing job with their florals. So thank you guys so much for listening. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.
Thank you, as always, for your love and support. The B3 podcast wouldn't be anything without you. Make sure if you haven't already, please subscribe and review the podcast, and make sure to look me up on Instagram at EBJ Events or canal.twins to stay up to date on upcoming special events and exciting announcements I might have. See you on the next one.